So if you're getting an appraisal done on your property, make sure you're there because all appraisers are not cut from the same cloth. There are some excellent appraisers out there, and then there's some that are maybe not quite as good. Okay. And now with the AMC system, which has been in place for several years now, I will tell you, having spoken with many appraisers, they don't particularly like it. Why? Because they work just as hard, if not harder, for less money. Obviously, no one gets too excited about that, but that is the system they got to deal with, which is a common one when getting loans, like when you're doing a rental property, for example. So, what do you got to do? You got to know the data. You bring the data to the appraisal. You are not there to influence the appraiser per se. What you are there to do is make sure you're providing factual data and that they are not going to ignore it, because most appraisal problems come from the fact that they simply ignore the facts. And it doesn't mean they're malintentioned people. Sometimes they just look at different things than you do, but they can be kind of careless. Okay, I've seen numerous appraisals where there is data that just makes you think, what are they thinking, right? Like, and then they'll ignore some of the most obvious things. Okay. Now, the fact that we have a bunch of MLSs does not help things, right? Like, even in our market alone, we have two main MLSs, so you might have data in one that's not in the other, and that can totally shift the perception of value. So that can be a problem. Okay. I've seen appraisers miss things like bedroom and bath count, the square footage. I had one where an appraiser thought he was appraising a remodel that was actually new construction. And he was even given the contract stating it was new construction. Like, how does this happen? We have no idea. Like I said, all appraisers are not cut from the same cloth. There are some very good ones, there are some that leave something to be desired. Your job is to make sure you convey the data that needs to be conveyed, right, in a respectful, professional manner, and then get out of the way and let them do their job. But you're just letting them know you did your job and you expect quality results. And if you do not get quality results, and you can justify that it's wrong or that there's problems in the appraisal, which again is not uncommon, you can absolutely appeal that. Quality appraisers will take another look, they'll respect it, and many times they'll make the appropriate change. Now, make sure you're not asking for outlandish things because you just believe something. Everything's got to be data driven. And when the data, because data doesn't lie, okay? So use it to your advantage, make the facts clear, and that's the only thing you need to talk about is the facts and the data. And if you do it right, you can have positive outcomes. Now, I will forewarn you, some appraisers will ignore you, and that could be a problem as well. Sometimes you just have to turn around and get another appraisal done because, quite frankly, the first person wasn't up to snuff. It is an unfortunate reality. But when you're investing in deals, if you're doing an appraisal, it is your job to manage that process to make sure it gets handled and handled well, and make sure you are there. Make sure they cannot get in without you being there. Okay, to make sure this thing is handled right. Okay, so that you get the correct outcome. What's the correct outcome? The one that the data says is correct. No emotion, no fluff, just the data, and you can win the game of appraisals. So please like, subscribe, comment below, share it. I'll see you around.